Oh, man. Oh, that does not feel good, doesn't it? Today we're getting into some pre-game fodder as the Vancouver Canucks play off against Quinn Hughes and the Minnesota Wild in Minnesota. Second half of a back-to-back, the Canucks destroyed Colorado yesterday. Nikita Tolopilo gets the start on this Thursday afternoon. But we have to talk about Quinn Hughes leading into the game, because there was an article posted by Thomas Drance on The Athletic that dives into Quinn Hughes and what led to his inevitable downfall with the Vancouver Canucks. Now, I'm going to leave a link in the description to the actual article itself. Thomas Drance went out there and posted a tweet about it. Quinn Hughes reflects on a wild season at the end of his Canucks tenure. It's a pretty interesting read. The Athletic is obviously behind a paywall, so all this information is technically exclusive, so if you have The Athletic, go out there and read it yourself. But we are going to go over a number of free articles, social media posts, and Reddit posts because, hey, you weren't going to have this information hidden from the public forever. Let's start things out by reading Trevor Beggs' newest piece, Quinn Hughes getting honest about a sign of the times in Vancouver. The quote here says, "Honestly, I don't even really know a lot of their guys." This was, I believe, during the pre-game press conference. Yes, that's exactly what it was, after the morning skate in Minnesota on Thursday. So these are some other comments that Quinn Hughes ended up making to the media pre-facing his Vancouver Canucks of yesteryear. Unsurprisingly, he tried to downplay the reunion between himself and Vancouver. "You're so day-to-day and the season has flown by, and so much has happened that you don't even really think about it until it's here. It probably won't feel real until not even warm-ups, but the game." The former Canucks captain also explained why he is better equipped than most to handle his emotions in a game like this. "You get so close to these guys, and then you play them in practice every day. I don't know. Obviously, playing my brothers, that's weird too. So I'm kind of used to scenarios like this." He gave another rationale for why his emotions could be subdued. "Honestly, I don't even really know a lot of their guys. Obviously, I played with some of the young guys there for 3 or 4 months, but a lot of the guys I was there with for the meat of my 6 years are not there." Okay, what? He doesn't even know a lot of the guys? Never mind the meat of his 6 years there. When the Canucks play the Wild on Thursday, there are only 5 players in the lineup who were regulars for Vancouver when they participated in round 2 of the playoffs in 2024. Pettersson, Besser, Hronek, Bluger, and Nils Höglander. Everyone else is gone. On the flip side, all the turnover in Vancouver means that Hughes may not have a significant advantage over knowing what the Canucks will do on the ice during the game. Not that he needs it. "You can't guess too much," Hughes said. "That's when you get in trouble on the D side. Just getting lazy, and you guess what they're going to do." Even though the Quinn Hughes interview largely downplayed the significance of the matchup, he did take the high road when asked to take a shot at Vancouver's weather. "There was some good weather too," he said when asked if the rainy Minnesota day reminded him of Vancouver. So, yeah, there you go, eh? Quinn Hughes going out there and talking about which players he's not familiar with. Big Head Hockey tweeted out saying that Quinn Hughes has been the captain of Pettersson, Besser, Bluger, O'Connor, DeBrusk, Sasson, Carlson, Ratu, Höglander, Hronek, Pettersson, Wilander, Joseph, Tolopilo, Lankinen. 16 out of the 20 players he is expected to play against tonight. Now, semantics aside, we can understand what he means when he says, "Oh yeah, the majority of the guys that were there when we went to the playoffs, they're not there anymore." But to say that he's not familiar with a lot of these people, he doesn't know a lot of these guys, that's really interesting. Now, let's go over back to that Thomas Drance article and read some of what Hughes said over there. Here's the most telling quote from Quinn via Drance's latest piece. "It felt in that month of January in 2024 like we were just going to win no matter what. We were just rolling. Even then, I would say it was just always fractured at times. Oh my gosh, dude. So Rutherford was right. This idea that he knew back in 2024 that Quinn Hughes wanted to leave. Quinn Hughes essentially saying, yeah, that's exactly the case. Even when we were winning, even when it was amazing, even though the team was doing what I wanted the team to do, which was win, it was always fractured. Oh my gosh, eh? Here's another quote. Quinn Hughes said, I know I gave everything I had in Vancouver. Go look at the prior years too, when there was all sorts of nonsense going on. And I know I was always doing everything I could to make sure my game was in a good place and elevating it for the team. Yeah, like being a puck hog and not passing it to anybody. Okay, I'm not gonna... that's low-hanging fruit, I know. But this comment doesn't give too much of a nice feeling either, does it not? Like, look at this quote. Quinn Hughes said, I'd see stuff like, he doesn't care anymore. Bringing up the Canucks fan criticism that he has faced, unprompted, but go watch my last game against Buffalo and you tell me that I didn't care. Tatiana says we did watch it, you did not care. Bro, the attitude here, man. Finally, let's go over to the R Canucks subreddit. Blue Friend posted another quote from Quinn Hughes on the Thomas Drance article onto here. Interesting and well-written article. Drance paints Hughes more favorably than I see it personally, but I enjoyed the read. When he speaks to the Canucks' rapid drop-off, Quinn said, I obviously have my thoughts on it, but I don't want to point fingers at anyone. I would say that the trade last year with JT Miller... I mean, he was a top 5 player for us the year prior. He had 100 points. PK, power play, taking defensive draws. He had 100 points, and it wasn't accomplished by cheating all the time. He had 100 points playing the right way. There were nights I'd watch him and just think, this guy is unbelievable. To lose that guy the very next year, that was probably a fracture of everything. And yet, on some level, it felt like you could see it coming for years, I would say. Man, this guy just loves talking about fractures, doesn't he? And also, wasn't it reported that Quinn Hughes was Team Elias Pettersson in that entire debacle? Like, trading JT Miller over Elias Pettersson, was that not something that was reported that Quinn Hughes signed off on as the captain of the team? Oh my goodness, man. There is definitely a lot more that we shall uncover over the next few years of this Quinn Hughes story in Vancouver. That quote is amazing. He could see it coming for years? I still don't believe for 1 second Hughes would have stayed if Miller was still a Canuck and the team was better. He was always going to leave. Hence why giving him captaincy and catering to him was the dumbest move ever. Letting him pick the coach. Really poor. Helped us out, coincidentally. Yeah, thanks, Adam Foote. Looking back at 2024, I think it felt easy that season. Like, I feel like this team in Minnesota is unbelievable, but that team in Vancouver had 50 wins. We're not going to get to 50 wins this season here. It's literally not even possible in that point. Then he has the comment about how it was always just fractured at times. That last line is honestly just devastating. No matter how good the team was, it was never going to last. And that hurts deep. Oh man. He put the blame on Petey and JT for not getting along. To quote Donnie and Dolly, you got two adults playing a child's game for millions and you two can't get along? Grow up. So with all that said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you feel about Quinn Hughes' commentary made about the Canucks before the Minnesota Wild and Canucks game, as well as on The Athletic? I do think there is a pretty shocking element to a lot of the things that he ended up saying here. He doesn't know a lot of the Canucks players, and the JT Miller trade is when things got fractured even more. He even says that there was a lot of nonsense in Vancouver, and yeah, I gave it everything I could. I was always playing in a good place, and I was always elevating my game for the team. Like, let me know your thoughts in the comments. How do you feel about this? We'll finish off with one more tweet from Chris Kant. Quinn Hughes embarrassed himself today. His comments made it clear his captaincy was about keeping him, not leading the team. A captain owns the moment. He deflected it. That attitude doesn't build culture. The team is better off without it. Thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.